Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the class. And I hope all of you have been following the classes and you know that we're doing chapter number 8, which is article writing. I see quite a lot of you have already logged in. So, how was the last class? Are you clear about what article writing is? Are you clear about the format of article writing? And what are the things that you need to take care of, points that you need to remember while writing article writing? Are we clear till there? Also, in the last class, we discussed about that how what are the steps of article writing and how you need to organize your thoughts, and how organizing the thoughts is quite an important step before you start writing the article writing. Right. So today we will be actually doing a lot of practice on those things and about the steps of article writing and how to organize things, and what should we do before we start writing the article. Okay. Is there any problem that anybody is facing? You can ask me now. Otherwise, I will continue with the class and I'll continue with what I have planned for the day. Okay, it seems like things are clear to you guys. So let's just quickly jump and start with today's session. Uh, Let me share the PPT. One second. Right. Okay, so in the previous session, we also discussed about the importance of title, that how a title actually plays the role, a most important role in article writing. Because if your title is not appropriate, or if your title is not, thoughtfully written and does not explain about what this article is going to be about, or your title is totally different from what you're going to talk about, then the entire nobody's going to read the article, or probably they cannot even relate to it. The problem will be that you have chosen a title which is interesting. Okay, so people start reading your article, but it seems like that the article and the title, they don't really relate to each other, and you start talking about something else. For example, in this topic, if you see, so many of you have actually selected Woodstock, the Untold Story, right? The correct title was Remembering Woodstock, right? So when I say Woodstock, the Untold Story, then I am assuming that the article will be about some unknown facts about Woodstock, or some incident that happened in Woodstock, or some historical story that nobody knows about Woodstock. But this is nothing like that, right? So again, the title will be misleading. So you have to make sure that whatever you do, your title is not misleading, right? At least when somebody is reading the article, it's interrelated, right? So having said that, before I actually start with the common mistakes and things that you should remember and everything, let's do a quick exercise. One more example of choosing the title. Okay, so this is again the passage which is given to you, and I've again given the 4 options of title that you can select from. Okay, so now you can actually read this. I hope it's readable. Okay, read and quickly tell me which is the app title. No, article writing is not part of note making or note taking, not at all. These are two separate topics. Quick, quick, quick. Mm. Have you guys at least finished reading the passage? D. Okay. No, you cannot write article and bullet points. No. There are three students who have answered, and your answers are wrong. Okay, some of you getting the answer right. That's nice. Okay, let's start. Mental and physical health professionals may consider referring clients and patients to a music therapist for several reasons. It seems a particularly good choice for the social worker who is coordinating a client's case. Music therapists use music to establish a relationship with the patient and to improve the patient's health using highly structured musical interaction. Patients and therapists may sing, play instruments, dance, compose, or simply listen to music. The course of training for music therapists is comprehensive. In addition to formal musical and therapy training. Music therapists are taught to discern each patient. Patient is different and has different goals. No, sorry, discern what kinds of interventions will be most beneficial for each individual, because each patient is different and has different goals. A music therapist must be able to understand the patient's situation and use the music and activities that will do the most towards helping the patient achieve his or her goal. The referring social worker can help this process by clearly communicating each client's history. Although patients may develop their musical skill, that is not the main goal of music therapy. Any client who needs to work on communication or on academic, emotional, or social skills who is not responding to traditional therapy is an excellent candidate for music therapy. Now, the most of you have answered for D, the social worker as music therapist. Where does this say that music social worker is the music therapist? Look at the second line. It says it seems a particular good choice for a social worker who is coordinating a client's case. Yeah, so social worker is basically coordinating with the therapist for a client. Then somebody said training for a career in music therapy. No, it doesn't talk about the career in music therapy. It's just talking about something else. Okay. The correct answer is B, what social workers need to know about music therapy. This is what this article is about. They're what social workers should know so that they are able to convey to the clients exactly what they're going to get, or what they can expect from these therapy sessions. Okay, so now again, see, title, and if the title is not correct, right, so you won't be able to relate, right? People will be confused and nobody wants to read the article then. Am I clear? Yes. So many of you have picked up A, D, and C. No, it's B. All right. Now let's talk about some common mistakes that people do in article writing. The common mistakes are that you don't use facts or quotes. Okay, the facts and quotes that you need to use in the article writing. I always say this, and I'm going to say this again, and probably I've explained this thing in the last class also, that facts and quotes are need to be included in your article writing, because otherwise it seems like that you are just forcing your personal opinion on somebody. No, you have to tell somebody that you have a proper evidence of writing this article, right? This is not your personal opinion, right? So it has to be, if it is a well-researched article, you will find quotes, you will find facts, and you will also find similar cases. So you can include this thing. This makes your article more interesting and more authenticated. People would love to read this once they know that, okay, it's a well-researched article. The language should not be too formal. Don't use too formal language. It's not report writing. Report writing is supposed to be formal. Yes. So in this case, it's like I just told you last time also, it's not too formal. It is not even informal. It's somewhere in the middle. You have to make your, tone or the language usage interesting so that people read it without any problem. Of course, the article must be easy language for better understanding. The article is written for masses. Of course, anybody who's writing an article, they're trying to reach out to as many as people they can, right? So in that case, when you're trying to reach or target the audience, which is wide audience, you use simple language, use simple English, simple words, but correct grammar, correct vocabulary, correct punctuation, right? But other than that, for the vocabulary, you can use simple vocabulary as long as you are able to convey what you're trying to say. Everything else is okay. Am I clear? Then comes the title of the article must be catchy and clearly understandable. I think I've spent enough time explaining about the title. Of course, it has to be catchy and has to be clearly understandable. The person should know what they can expect in the article if they read the title. So the title has to be this good. No use of paragraphs. This is my favorite point. This is the biggest mistake anybody can do if they do not use paragraphs. Remember, I told you that to make your article interesting, make short and sweet paragraphs. Every paragraph should have a single thought. Am I clear? So that single thought will be able to explain to the person. It's easy to read. For example, we did this article, if you remember, the tattoo one. Yes. So in that article, we saw that the person has divided the article into small paragraphs, but yet this person has included and covered and touched upon everything and very nicely explained. Right. So even a layman can understand. It's like somebody like me who has no knowledge about tattoos, who doesn't want to get a tattoo. I mean, who doesn't even like the tattoo, but you can read it, and it was interesting to read, right? So article has to be such that people who do not even be interested, who are not even interested in the topic, would like to read your article. Expressing personal views is fine. Okay, you can express your personal views as long as you have some facts to prove it, some coach to go with. You can, but you cannot make the entire article about yourself, right? What you feel. Okay, you have to pick an article and do something that is general. Okay, and you can give a general opinion but not your opinion. Are we clear till here? Any problems so far? Any problem? Any problem? I'm waiting. All right, great. So coming back, last time I told you that we will be discussing this topic. Yes. Now, if you guys are ready with it, I would like to see some pointers. Like, for example, you decide to write about 7, 8 paragraphs in this, right? So tell me what that each paragraph will be about. Give me in a very short manner, just give me those 5, 6 pointers that, in this paragraph I'll discuss this, second paragraph I'll discuss this, third this, fourth this. Just the way we discuss the tattoo article, right? In one paragraph, we discussed about preventions, in one, it discussed about causes, one, it discussed about treatment. So, just that similarly, you have to give me points on this topic. Quick, I'll give you 5 minutes for this. I will not wait more than 5 minutes. Okay, that's a very strange question. You have 3 minutes left, everyone. Nobody sent the responses yet. 2 minutes left. See, Bhumika, you made the mistake here. The title is Role of Students in Removing Literacy. I don't want to know about what illiteracy is, what are the problems faced, what is the solution. No. What benefits it will give. My simple question is how students can help that. In your article, you have just included one paragraph about that. Kushi, I asked you pointers, paragraph wise, what your each paragraph will be about. Jyoti, see, you got it all wrong again. You were just talking about illiteracy. We are not discussing illiteracy here alone. We are discussing the role of students. What all things can we do to remove illiteracy by the help of students? In your pointers, you have nowhere discussed about the role of students. You were just talking about illiteracy. Ayush, it is wrong. I never asked you about the target audience and purpose that we have already discussed. Pranka, what will the awareness do? Pranka, that's fine. Students can teach them, but article, what will you write in your article? Okay. All right. I think you all have confused the entire thing. Okay. So can we start with the startling facts about literacy? What is the rate of literacy in India? Probably you can discuss reports from any important organization which tells us about the literacy and literacy. Okay. Now, can we talk about the cause of literacy in India? Okay. And then how this problem has been going on for years now? Yes. Now, in third paragraph, introduce that role of students can be very important and very impactful. Okay, how students can help us in removing the literacy, right? That how students are powerful, how they are young and they can impart their knowledge to other kids also, right? And we have quite a major force of students in India. Okay. So now in fourth paragraph, then you start discussing what all we can do. So can we say that if we run a campaign where child, every literate child has to educate two illiterate kids around him? Yeah. So if every child decides that, even if they decide to just pick one child also, the things will get better, right? Okay. You can give an example of, immunization. So the in a study says when in a population, about these kids getting vaccinations, right? Once the kids are born, so till 2 years, there's this proper vaccination card according to which you have to go and get the child vaccinated. A study says that if in an area or if in a city or the country, 90% people are vaccinated, the 10% who are left will not automatically get caught with any disease, right? So things get better because if 90% people are vaccinated, the 10% can be saved because of them, right? So similarly, we can talk about, children educating others. If one child is educated and if he or she helps the another child, right, things will be so much better, right? Then you can talk about that these students' parents can educate or counsel the parents of these illiterate kids, right? So they can they can hold up things and they can help their kids to find more kids for studying, right? Probably for these kids, government or students can come together and organize some competitions for them, or to motivate them, right, to things that and give them opportunity to come out and speak to the world also. Are we clear? Yes. So at least about so if you start roll of students here, you should at least write 2 3 paragraphs about it, right? Okay. And then you can conclude it. You can conclude it by saying that how it is important for us to remove illiteracy, because the more kids are literate, the better the nation it will be. How things will change if everybody is educated, right? How so many things will go down, like something like crime. How these things will be get better if things people are literate, right? And if students help students, then we are in a better position. Am I clear? Yes, this is what you guys were supposed to write, not about the government policies and government. We're not talking about the government here. Yeah. Students can tie up with a lot of NGOs also. And can say that, we would like to be with you, and even NGOs will get help from the students, and they can use this help a lot. Okay. Are we clear? Any problem? See, we are not talking about the awareness here. We're not talking about the words here. We're talking about the action, that what students can do, right? So these are two different things. Okay, let's go back to our PPT then. Okay, so now let's talk about some points that you need to keep in mind for article writing. Okay, most of the points you might find it repetitive, but it's okay. I think you need to know this. These reinforcements will help you to remember things better, right? The topic should be unique and relevant, of course. If you're writing about a topic that everybody's writing about, people will not read your article, right? Who is going to read the article? So you have to come up with something which nobody has ever spoken about, and maybe any thing about any point that has been always left undiscussed. So you can write about it. The article must get attention. Yes, the article must get attention of the readers. You have to make it interesting that the people come and read it. It must be interesting, needless to say. Any piece of writing needs to be interesting, otherwise, nobody's going to read it. Easy to read, like I told you, that language has to be very simple and very easy so that everybody can read and understand. The reader is identified. Reader basically is the reader is identified means that you should know your reader is going to be, right? If your reader is going to be like 60 plus people, then you write your article accordingly. But if you think your article is going to be read by a young person also, then write it accordingly. Find the main goal of writing an article. Write the purpose. If there is no purpose of article writing, then why to even write? Now, for example, these people who critique movies, right? That's the purpose of writing. That's what they do. They every Friday when the movie releases, they watch and then they write about it and whatever they want, like critical analysis of the movie, right? So they write about it, right? So you need to have a goal of writing. Why you're writing, right? The goal can be anything from information to entertainment to advice, or for comparing. Your goal can be any. For example, you want to compare two cars together. Now it's totally up to you, and you know that your article is going to either reach to the, these technical people who are into this industry of selling and buy the cars, or somebody who loves cars and likes to buy cars all the time, right? So you know your target audience, you know your purpose, and you write. And the title must be eye-catchy, clear, and interesting. Now, the title has to be eye-catchy, clear, interesting. I will not waste my time on this. Okay. The introduction or starting point must be highly attentive, right? When I say attentive, and by attentive, I mean that it should grab somebody's attention, right? Like I told you in this article, also, role of students. You can start from any startling fact, so and so many people are illiterate in India. Okay, right. You can start with a question also. Did you know that 90% of the Indians are illiterate? Right. Then you can back it up with some study that this and so studies tells us about it. Okay. Uh, Use vocabulary skills and try to use something interrogative for the start. Like I just said, did you know about 90% people are illiterate? Use clear statements and make assertions. Your statements are supposed to be clear, and you're supposed to be firm about what you're going to write. Avoid repetition and over the top logic and reasons. Stop repeating yourself and stop, don't justify yourself again and again. I mean, what you've written, if you're sure of it, just be okay with it. Otherwise, don't write about it. But don't keep, talking about it again and again, and keep justifying it. Use a style of paragraph writing and write the contents uniquely and ambiguously, right? Your style of paragraph writing should be very clear. Your content should be unique and it should be clear. Unambiguously means that it's just supposed to be clear, not unclear. Okay, right? So you need to be very sure of what you're writing. Decide beforehand how your paragraphs will be and how you're going to, cut the paragraphs. Avoid using the points which interest you only and not for the general public. Avoid using points which interest you only. Okay. For that matter, avoid using things which are based on your personal opinion. Okay. And it's not for the general public. Write a good logical ending. You have to pick something which is good and logical. Right. Again, if your ending is not logical enough, then probably again people will lose the interest. Okay. Yes. So are we clear till here, guys? Any problems? We tend to avoid facts thinking they're wrong. I didn't get you. Are we clear? Then I'll move ahead. Okay, then I'm assuming everything is clear to you guys. Okay. Okay. Now, I will quickly finish this first half of our lecture with some some exercise. And then for 1 hour, we'll be doing just practice session. Okay. I'm going to give you enough time in the practice session. So make the most out of this. Write as much as you can so that you know where you're lacking or where you need to practice. Now, 1 second before I actually proceed, I just realized one more thing that we forgot to explain. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing article writing? You guys are going to do CA and going to be CAs one day. But why are we talking and studying about article writing? How do you think this is going to help you? I actually realized that I did not discuss this in the beginning. So, how this article writing is going to help you? Kushi, I said again and again, if you're clear and if you're sure of the facts and information, then only use it. Otherwise, don't. Sabrine, usually it comes. The topics that you get in your exams are mostly general. They're nothing that you need to research about because we understand that in an exam, you don't have any option of research. Okay, so why are we doing this article writing? Quickly tell me. We can write about any topic related to government policies related to finance, improving our skills, market mapping. Priyanka, I'm asking that why are we studying about article writing? How is this going to help you? Because you guys are all aspiring CAs. So, how do you think this is going to help you, and why are we teaching you this? No, I didn't understand you when you said to summarize and get a conclusion of any article. What does that mean? Okay, so let's discuss the benefits of article writing. Now, why one needs to what article writing? Okay. Uh, so for example, a few years down the line, you become CA and you become expert in your profession, right? And you feel that you want to start writing about it, right? Probably for getting published in magazines and newspapers, and that is how the article writing will come into play. The article writing is not specific to the people who are into this, newspaper media industry. No, article writing is for everyone. You want to write for some online platform, you want to write for some newspaper, for some magazine, anything, right? So article writing comes into play in every situation of your life, and it can actually help you, right? For to start with, you can actually share your feelings and your opinions with yourself while writing an article to yourself, right? And gradually, you learn how to put your thoughts together. And once you learn to put your thoughts together or articulate it well, you can write anything, right? So, article writing can help you. Yes, that's right, Kushi. So, CAs write a lot of articles about, this new policies coming in, about the budget, about whatever the, amendments in the tax law. So many other things CAs write about it so that the other CAs can read about it, right? Other people can know about it, right? Article writing also gets you some visibility. Like, for example, you're good with your work, of course, and you have a good practice and everything. When you start writing article, other people also start to know you, who are not from your industry, who are not dealing with you, who are not your clients, right? But they like your articles, so they knew you, right? So somewhere it can benefit you in your business also, right? You are basically making your name for yourself in the market. People start knowing you, right? And if you're a person who writes good articles regularly, people start following you also. Okay. Now, when you write article, you have to research a lot, right? So when you research, you're of course improving your knowledge also, right? Nobody has enough knowledge about and just sit and start writing an article. You need to have some uh, researched for it. Am I clear? Yes. All right. So this is about what article writing is and why you should do it. Okay, some of you have actually given me good points that I've already explained it to you. But yes, our Hindu Biswas, you said to summarize and get a conclusion of any article in paragraph writing. No, how is that article writing going to help you in that? No, that is going to be language skills. Okay. Anything else that you want me to explain to you? So this is why we do article writing, and this is why we are teaching you about article writing. Am I clear? Nothing that you're going to study here is going, no topic has been incorporated in your course that you would not want or you would not use it in your professional world. Everything somewhere or the other will be of use to you. Clear? The sooner you learn about it, is better it is. Yes, of course. Articles help the person to express their thoughts in regarding any topic or personal prevailing situation. That's right. Anything else? Have we left any point? Okay. All right. So let's do one thing. Let's take a 5 minutes break, and I will see you at 3 o'clock, and then we can continue with our practice sessions now. Am I clear? Yes. So let's take a 5 minutes break, and then I'll join you guys. All right. Okay, right. Uh, so I don't see anybody sending any query or something. So I'm assuming that everything is clear to you. All right. So let's just quickly do one more exercise and then we'll come to our practice session. Clear? Look at these sentences. These are basically the do's and the don'ts of article writing. So whatever I have explained to you till now, uh, quickly look at all of this and tell me which is a do and which is a don't. Okay. Write a very lengthy article. Is it a do or a don't? Okay, great. Uh, Good, Bhumika. Very good. Okay, good. Priyanka, very good. In fact, Archana also. All right. So, are you all done? Then I can share the answers with you. So, this is the answer. Use very lengthy articles. Don't. Write very lengthy articles. Don't. Add writer's name. Yes, it's a must. The title should be lengthy and clear. Don't. The heading of the article should be short, clear, informative. Yes. Only introduction and the conclusion should be attractive and attention seeking. No. Target the audience. Yes. One can advise, suggest, and give solutions to a problem in any paragraph other than the starting one. No. The language and the style of writing should be according to the concerning readers. Yes, of course. If you're writing for professionals, the language has to be according to professionals and according to their profession, of course. If you're writing an article for students, then you have to use that kind of a language. There must be only 3 paragraphs in an article. No, that is not right. Use proper punctuation. There's no limit on the paragraphs actually. Use proper punctuation. Yes. Use any tense person voice, as many abbreviations and self-made words while writing in the article. No, it's a strict no. All right, so this was about article writing. Now let's quickly jump onto the practice sessions. Are you all ready? Are you all ready to do the practice? Okay. Okay, I'm going to ask you one by one all of these topics, and you have to just simply give me target audience. You can use jargons, Priyanka, if you're writing specifically for the people who would understand that. Okay, simple. You have to give me a target audience, you have to give me the purpose, and you have to give me the title. Okay, so let's discuss medical tourism in India. Now you have to give me target audience. Okay, you know what medical tourism is? Medical tourism is when people are traveling to India for medical reasons, because apparently India has almost quite a cheapest treatments, medical treatments available. Okay, so this is the topic. It's a very generic topic, medical tourism in India. So now you tell me who is going to be your target audience. Ankit, target audiences for whom you are going to write this article. Sabrine, I'm not talking about poor countries here. People come from quite well off countries also to India. It's not about money. It's about getting the good treatments at a cheaper price. It's a very tricky question. So think about it. You can actually mold it in your own way. Some can write for doctors, some can write for the entire healthcare industry, anything. Just think about it. About whom would you like to write this, and what will be your title of your article? That is the most important thing to me. Bhumika, not every article is about spreading awareness. Okay. People who are writing about article for foreign nationals, how are you going to reach them? Priyanka, this is a good title. India Emerging Hub for Medical Tourism. Very good. So now in this, right, your target audience will be your target audience is a little wide in this. So basically, people who are dealing with healthcare industry in totality, the doctors, right, and the tourism industry. Because people who are coming to India will stay somewhere, right? They need place to live, they need some place to stay for a while. So people belonging to medical as well as tourism industry would be interested in knowing this, and people who want to venture into medical line and maybe healthcare or tourism industry, so they can have a target audience as these people who are coming in. Okay, so you're basically you're this, and then you can actually talk about it, how this is helping people, right? What medical tourism is about and how India is emerging, and how economists see India as an emerging hub in coming years also, how things have changed after post COVID situation, for what all treatments specifically people come to India, right? Which states do they travel to? Which doctors would they like to see? Right? So how these things work? Like how do these people even get to know about the medical treatments in India? So you can write so much in this article. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes, if somebody is written to promote medical tourism, definitely. That is the whole idea of this article. The people who don't even know, like for example, I think few years ago, I also did not know what medical tourism is and what does it mean. But yes, lately I've been seeing so many people when I go to hospitals and when I visit doctors, I see so many people are traveling to India for medical treatments, right? And we see around, I mean, most of the patients sitting in that doctor's clinic are foreign nationals, they're not Indians, right? So and it's emerging and it's going up day by day, which is a good thing. We have a money coming in, right? So that's going to actually help us grow. So this is about this. Okay, most of you have got it right, it's just that you have to more streamline it. Okay. You can actually compare the costs of treatments in India and in comparison to other countries, right? And it's not that if people are traveling from every country to India, people are not traveling from US to India, right? So you can actually specify about people from which countries they come in India to get the treatment done, so that when these foreign nationals are searching online, they can see about their own countries and people coming to India. Are we clear? Yes. Okay, let's pick up one more uh topic. And then after that, I'll give you one topic on which you have to give me the pointers. Mm, okay, let's do this. Building trust at, it remains the same. You have to give me. Yeah, you can, Priyanka. Yes. Quickly. Okay, Priyanka, all employers and employees. Okay. Uh, trust in work. Mm-mm. Yeah, this is more generic actually. Sabrina is right. Target audiences, employees, professions, everybody who's working. Okay, it's nothing specific. But yes, more focus will be on employees, like how to build your trust in the workplace with your colleagues and with your bosses or with your juniors. Trust the foundation of work relationship. Good medicine for any relation. Okay. Okay, Priyanka Jha, this is a very good point where she says to minimize the clashes between departments and workers efficiently and they work together. So I'm trying to assume that here the article will be about that, how building the trust can be effective and how what are the benefits that it will reduce the clashes in the organizations. Okay, and people will be more productive and efficient if they're not fighting with each other. Okay, Priyanka. Okay, now stop here. I want you to give me just the titles that you have thought of because it's very confusing the way you guys are writing. Just give me the title. Uh, Trust the hours need at work or the need of the hour at work. Kushakra. Okay. Now, Priyanka Jha's question was, ma'am, can you tell me how to choose the title or how to make the title? Okay. Now, Priyanka, it totally depends again of what you're writing about. Right? If you're talking about something, temporary right now, there's some problem going on in the organizations and you want to sort it out. This is why you want to write need of the hour at work. Do you trust to grow? Right? Do you trust anyone that will actually help you to grow in life? You are not going to be pulling anybody down, and people will not be pulling you down. Okay. Okay. Do people trust you enough? No. Okay, I'm going to write here. Are you trustworthy at work? Yeah. Uh, are you trustworthy at work? Can you win trust? Yeah. Okay. Trust key to succeed. Okay. Or key to success. Okay. And then you talk about how trust is important in the workplace and how it is important to build the trust. Because if you build the trust, then only you will grow and then only you will succeed in life. Okay. Right. So, in terms of purpose and target audience, this was easy. And title is, of course, discretionary. Everybody can have their own titles. Okay. Now, next question that I will be giving you is actually from your resource material. I have picked it up from your one of your mock test papers. One second. Any doubts still here first? This one, the first one. Write an article of about 250 to 300 words on the topic impact of working from home on careers. Now, tell me, what does this topic mean and what will you write in this? I wanted to give me content in this, what your paragraphs will be about. All right, start. Purpose is to, I think, guide people that how they need to build a trust at work and how important it is. It's like counseling them. Okay, start. What will you write in this? When I hope you know that during this COVID situation, people had to work from home. Now, what is that effect on careers? No, Bhumika, you cannot call them lazy. I am asking you how working from home can impact your careers. Which Sanjana, which question? Sarvesh, when you're talking about the advantages of working from home, you're not supposed to elaborate on it because that is not our focus. Our focus is what is the impact. You know how people are not get. Uh, I mean, they have lost the touch of meeting new people and new opportunities every day. People just want stay at home, and then they've not literally grown in their professions. How every work has just become everything about the systems. That's it. When people used to go to office, they used to meet their colleagues, different people, clients, and they used to grow with them. Now, from past 1.5 or 2 years, things have been very different. Okay. So probably can start with the, why this walk from home actually happened. What was the situation like about their salary, about their work schedules? Okay. What if both everybody in the house is working from home. What was the impact? Okay. Now you can start with the negative impacts. You can talk about actually positive and negative. Positive, you can talk about that how people are not wasting time on traveling and everything. They save up to their fuels, and they've become more efficient because they're working from home. They're happy, right? The negative impact is that they have not learned a new thing. Okay. So, when you go to office, you meet so many people, you discuss things, you learn from them, you look at them, and it's so linked actually, you start liking a lot of things about them, and then, you grow in life. But in work from home, you're just sitting all alone. There are no colleagues, nothing, and everything has become virtual, which is so tiring because everybody has to sit in front of their systems and all of that. So, you can just go on and on and on about all of this, and you can talk about it since people have not been working and people have not learned any skill, they might have difficulty finding a job for themselves, right? Okay. And you can also talk about so many big companies are basically in losses, right? So, how these people are working from home, and despite of that, they were getting their salary cuts and all of that. Okay. On another negative side, you can say that people don't are not left with their personal time because at home they were expected to pick up the call anytime. They were just working from home, but things were different when it was office. There was a work-life balance. Okay. Are we clear? Any problems? Sure. Stay home, stay alive little. When people used to work together, they used to have this zeal and enthusiasm of working together and finishing things. They used to work in teamwork, but at home, these things are not possible. Okay, I want you to look at another example now. This is going to be last example, then I'll stop here. Impact of advertisements on younger generation. What do you think these advertisements are to younger generation? Now, who is your target audience in this? Sense of competition has evaded among the employees. Yeah, you can say that. Or probably they've got insecure because previously they know what is happening in the office. Now they don't. Okay, last question quickly. Impact of advertisements on younger generation. Younger generation means children, teenagers, youth. Yeah. Target is youth, advertisement attraction of youth. Okay. No, no, Ankit. Quickly, quickly, you have only 10 minutes left. Highly attracted towards it. Right. So, Priyanka, yes, this is what advertisements do. These young children are attracted towards these things and then they want them. When we're talking about the impact, you can actually talk about the positive and negative impact both. Positive is that children are really aware these days. Okay. Okay. Is it good to follow blindly? Advertisement is a way to increase business when you do advertisement only. Are you guys done? Should we quickly discuss this also? See, this article will be for the students and for children and the parents mostly, right? Then you're going to talk about that what is the impact of advertisements these days. These days, impact, advertisements are made to lure the kids towards them, to attract them towards them, to attract them towards the products and everything. So this is what advertisement do these days. But at the same time, advertisements is creating a lot of awareness. The kind of characters that they pick in, the kind of actors they pick in, children are interested and they're learning so much from there, right? So it has both negative and positive. Then they pick up these big Bollywood stars or cricketers to come and endorse their products and then be part of the advertisement campaign. That is to influence, which is so wrong. Advertisements attracted youth. What is the title that we're talking about here? And if you're discussing a problem in your article, then discuss the solution also. Then what is the solution, right? How can we keep the kids away from the TV, right? And when they pick up, sorry, I was discussing that they pick up these actors and cricketers to influence the younger generation, and younger generation just exactly what they have seen in the advertisements. Am I clear? So you can have so much to write about these advertisements. Now quickly, in one liner, give me the title of this article. Give me the title. You can't have such lengthy titles. Either you keep it simple as impact of advertisements. Okay, just keep it generic and simple. Or you can ask a question. Does advertisements attract you too? Okay, so this was it about the topics here. We will be doing more of this practice session on Thursday as well. And we will be discussing few more points. But now, having said that, are there any problems that you have in the article writing? Is there something that you want me to explain? Anything? Anything that you want me to repeat? Yeah, Priyanka, you can do that. Advertisements influencing the younger generation. Priyanka Jan, no, this cannot be a title. The advertisement leads to promote products among the youth. This is not the topic given to you. The topic given to you is impact of advertisements on younger generation. Okay, so this was it. Stop now. Now tell me anything that you want to ask me. Is your child look advertisement? Does your child watch advertisement? Or you can say, is your child influenced by advertisement? Okay, that doesn't make sense. Is your child look advertisement, please? All right, 2 minutes left. Please, please, please stop and think if there is anything that you want to ask me now. So we're clear about the format, we're clear about the do's and don'ts of article writing, we're clear about the points to remember. We know about it that the paragraphs are supposed to be short and sweet. We know about the importance of titles. We also know about how we need to organize our thoughts. But I think that has not been discussed in details. In the next class, I'll do this first. I will teach you about the mind mapping first. Okay, how to organize your thought. This can actually help you in other writing skills also, right? So what else do we know? We know about the title. What is the importance of title? How to choose a title? I am sure I know the titles that you guys are giving me right now are not perfect, but you will get perfect eventually when you practice. And with the practice, I just realized that I should tell you this, that you need to practice, practice, practice. Then only your writing skills will get better. Target audience for this topic is the parents and the children, or maybe the older kids. Sanjana, the answers are given in the question paper. Yeah, the answers are given already for the mock test papers. You can just see it from there. All right, so now I'll see you on Thursday and we will be continuing with article writing. In case that today's class was clear to you, please leave in the comment and fill in the feedback form also. How was the class? And yeah, so I will see you on Thursday. Go through the contents again, go through everything. And if there is any problem, you can ask me on Thursday. All right, bye-bye, everyone.